Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, we're still on the train of doing these Stormblood Beast tribes. And we're now doing the Kojins down in Tamamizu. Similar to the Ananta and so on and so forth. I've already said this like 3 times already. There was no initial unlock quest because I had already done it, because back at the time I had no intentions of doing this, but now I've since changed my mind. So unfortunately, I couldn't get that starter quest done. So but we can go to the next rank, so that's something. Under wraps. Oh god, it's Namazu. Good, you're here. We're preparing to embark on a search for treasure. Would you? I was certain you would follow through, but alas, he wished to invite you on our expedition, but perhaps we should begin by explaining where we're going and why. Shikita's pirate associates and Nangsha have informed him of a treasure that may prove suitable for our vault. If what we have been told is true, the owner of said treasure can be found somewhere near Namai. Our mission is to befriend this individual, see if there is not aught we can do to trade for this oddity, whatever it may be. Now let's be off. Alright. Off to Namai. This villager claims to have knowledge of what we seek. I can only tell what I've heard. Whether or not there's a truth to it, you must decide for yourselves. If I may ask, what exactly is this treasure? Yeah! Forgive me, I had forgotten I can speak. I do not mean to question your decision to come here, but I sincerely doubt any treasure you'll find will compare to this doll. That may be well true, but our aim was to create a collection. To that end, we came here following the rumors of a treasure here in Namai. No doubt it burns some quests if every piece must be a curiosity such as you. Sadly, I cannot say what this treasure is, only that its owner is that of the Namazu. How can you be certain that they possess is of any worth? He has been seen carrying something about the glittering basin with the greatest of care, but only briefly. Upon realizing he is not alone, he leaves with all haste. He speaks with no one, so we are left to wonder what it is he guards so dearly. If we mean to approach him, it will not be easy. How are we to strike a deal with such a seemingly skittish character? We must find a way to trap the Namazu. Let's stuff him in a bag. We must find something that the Namazu is willing to trade for. That he might say and consider an exchange instead of running away. Yeah, it's an excellent idea. Then let's begin our search. We're not least. We don't need to do it by we don't need to stuff him in a bag. Not so fast, my friend. Even if he were to appear before us here now, we have not with which to barter. Our time would be better spent learning about this Namazu. We have already inconvenienced Cecil greatly. We must not keep her away from her other duties. Sympathy for our comrade? Well, I suppose it would be prudent to know where the Namazu can be found when we're ready to bargain. Very well. Let's find an ideal location to better serve the area. Alright, where's this Namazu at? He's way over there. Out in backwoods country. I still want to see what this place looks like when it's like back in its former glory. Because I have a feeling this place would look actually pretty damn good. Oh god, it's one of these, huh? Okay, great. Well, I can't take the camera very far. Where's this Namazu at? I can't exactly zoom in very far either. Okay, it kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping you could zoom in the tower, but you can't. Where's this Namazu at? Namazu! Where are you? Oh, there you are! Sir! Goddamn. Controls! By the way, if you're pounding in the background, I'm sorry. They're renovating the house next door to mine. And since I live in a townhouse, we share a wall. So that's why you might hear pounding in the background. Hopefully it's not too audible. And if it's not, great. You found him. Well done, Cecila. But where's he headed? We must find a better vantage point. Knowing the Namazu, probably something sketchy. Alright. Another one of these. I can't go left at all. I can't go barely right, so it's gotta be like right somewhere dead center. Aha! What are you doing? He seems to be digging. This must be where he buried the treasure. At last, we can see what he guards so dearly. Ah, so there's the vase we are after. The only question remaining now is why he must act in secret. The answer may be our key to approaching him. Uh-oh. The Red Kojin? So we're not the only ones coming to search for treasure. Quickly, Kabuto! Tuck me away to get down there. We have to stop them. Gotta move fast. Stay back. The Namazu was safe, but they taken the vase. We have to get it back. Please just leave me alone. No need to fear, friend. We are here to help. You hear that? The bungling blue and his wet nurse came to help. Want to help. No need to worry about your petty little shell. We've only come to retrieve what is ours, and he has more than willing to give it to us. Give it to you? You're a liar, and I still have the lumps to prove it. You're here to help, yes? You can go start by teaching these brutes a lesson. This treasure belongs to the vault, you know this to be true. Now stand down. No. Give back the vase. Oh, how curious. Before he spoke as a whining child, but now he speaks as a would-be warrior. Lay down your sword and surrender. If you do, you may consider allowing you to work as one of our mercenaries. I'd rather die than serve you red brutes. Watch your tongue. You stand in the presence of General Hirumaki of the Red. Now, Shaggy. Well, let's not be rash with this would-be warrior. Given the right incentive, I'm sure he and his brothers could be convinced to join us. Never. Not for all the treasure in the world. Again with your whining. Perhaps the blue are not worth having as mercenaries after all. Though I could be convinced. Mark my words, when next we meet, we'll have you on your knees begging you to join us. Those fiends! They think they can let them simply walk away? It talks! Yes, well, though your Kojin savior here is indeed brave, he is not the best with words. I step in on occasion to speak on his behalf. But enough of that. Kabuto, you must follow them. Sess and I'll be right behind you. A doll that speaks? Interesting. Thank you for saving me. With that, we had met on better terms. My name is Gilki. So go and assist Kabuto. I'll be along shortly with our new friend here. Can you defend yourself? I hope not. I hope so. Because this is gonna be you. Look, this guy taking down people left and right. Did you get the vase? Watch your point that thing. Okay, he had reinforcements slinging in weights. I managed to fend them off, but he got away. There you are. What of the vase? Were you able to take it back for them? My apologies, Sukumu. No need to concern yourself. No. I'm actually glad to be rid of it. As Gyoki tells it, there is a rather unpleasant story behind that vase. Indeed there is. It wasn't until after I came into possession of it I learned of the misfortune that befell each of its previous owners. When the birds first began to follow me, I thought nothing of it, but then their droppings came. Every day a torrent, a maelstrom of dung from the heavens. I grew suspicious and soon after learned the vase had been cursed by its maker. I made every effort and took every opportunity to get rid of it, but whether I dropped it in the ocean or abandoned it on the mountainside, it always found its way back to me, as did the storms. Eventually I learned of a way the curse may be broken. It involves a small ritual that must be performed while alone. Otherwise the misfortune would spread, and we mustn't have that. No. But if the Red Kojin want it, they can have it. I see. True, the world is full of strange treasures. In any case, I suspect the curse will soon come to an end. They will be taking the vase back to the Kojin's treasure vault in the Isle of Zeki, which once enshrined within, it will be purified by the myriad kami inside. The vase will haunt you no longer. Oh, thank goodness! I must repay you for your kindness. Come, if there's anything you would have me, you would ask of me, you name it. Any thoughts, Cecil? Look Kabuto to the side. I only asked for your friendship on behalf of the Kojin. Sure. What a noble gesture, putting the needs of the Kojin before yourself. But of course, you're mostly merchants and traders. Yes, that suits my plans perfectly. I was looking for partners with whom to do business. Forgive me for interrupting, but I could not help but notice you have quite the charm. It's a bell. What? I'm flattered, truly, but I don't think it would work between a Namazu and... It is old and it has an exquisite shine. Yes, that is indeed a marvelous chime that dangles around your neck. Oh, my chime? Of course. What else could you have meant? You have a good eye, Sukumu. These chimes are the pride and joy of the Namazu. Why, I've worn this one about my neck since my first name day. What a brilliant chime matched by only that of your kind-hearted soul, no doubt. Please stop before you make me blush. Tell you what, as a show of good faith between soon-to-be partners in trade, how would you like one of these chimes? Not mine, of course, but I'm sure I can find one for you. That would be wonderful. Then I'm off to check my storehouse. When I find one, I'll send it to the Tamamizu post-haste. That went rather well, would you not agree? With Gyoki safe and a splendid chime promised to our vault, I would believe our work here is done. Let's return to Tamamizu for a well-earned respite. Well, mission accomplished, I guess. Here's these dead bodies here. Okay. Leave them for the buzzards. Ah, you returned. Bunshin is overjoyed to hear of our new trade partner in Gyoki. it would seem we are off to a spectacular start. Thank you for your help. I would say you're more than welcome, my friend. We would still be in Yangsha if not for your sharp eyes. In contrast, what would you say of Kabuto's performance this day? He brought honor to the Blue Kojin. Indeed he has, though Hiromaki escaped, Gyoki's life was spared, and soon our treasure vault will benefit from his generosity. I have much to learn. The difference in strength between Setsu and me is still too great. Well, obviously. So acknowledging limitations is the first step in overcoming them. Others may think you proud, but I can see there's more to you than that. You care deeply for the well-being of your people, though you have had a few opportunities to demonstrate this. You have great potential, Kabuto, and I believe you may yet make a fine leader. Oh, right. Encouraging words. Give it time, my guy. You'll get there. Look at that! Speaking of vases, man. There's a big bell. That's a huge bell. Huh. Gyoki is now a trading partner with the Blue Kojin and has pledged to contribute a contribution to the treasure vaults. Ooh, sweet. Nice. All right. That's gonna be that for that rep. So I'll be back when I'm ready to proceed to the next one. All right, we're ready to proceed to the next rank. Kabuto, what's going on, lad? Cecily, your timing is as fortuitous as always. We recently received word of an artifact in the Azim Steppe worthy of the vault. As I am unfamiliar with lands beyond the Ruby Sea, I would ask you to accompany me. Well said, Kabuto. I knew you had it in you. Your assistance will be greatly appreciated, Cecily. Being such a well-traveled adventurer, I suspect you'll be much better suited to guide us. Well, I am the Khan, so even better. Excellent, then we'll meet you in the reunion. Nice, I get to go back to the Azim Steppe! I love the Azim Steppe. I want housing in the Azim Steppe. Oh, good, it's raining. Wonderful. Just give me a tent and I'll pitch it myself. Just let me live here. There are aura everywhere. It calls to mind Sui no Sato. I was concerned you would only retreat further into your shell being so far away from home, but I'm glad to be mistaken. At any rate, we must not waste any more time. I will accompany Kabuto and see what we can learn here in Reunion. You should have a look as well and see if we can learn aught of this treasure. Alright. I'm the Khan. I should be able to get information out of these guys pretty simple, right? In theory? A great treasure? Do you mean the bow belonging to the Kastiri boy? I've heard you can pierce the very heavens with it. Oh. A bow, huh? What else about this bow? I'm in the homeland of my peoples! Yes, I've heard of the young Kastiri boy and his bow. Uchikin is his name. Though I love a good rumor, I suggest you speak with him yourself to learn the truth. Alright, what about you, Mr. Sun God? A boy with a bow that can pierce the heavens? I've heard the rumors, but who could believe such a nonsense? I guarantee you his bow pales in comparison to mine. Well, no need to show off or brag. This ain't a competition here. Cecily, how did you fare? I spoke with the Aura of the Kastir tribe. Well, I tried to. I was only met with silence. I pity you were not there. Kabuto speaking with a man of fewer words and himself is something that must have been seen to be believed. How is it that they can govern Reunion yet never speak? They gain their trust They gain the trust of their brethren through actions, not words. Actions. Indeed, words mean nothing without action to prove their worth. Though I do not know how, their silence spoke volumes. It said that we should judge this treasure with our own eyes. That would certainly be the fastest way to ascertain the truth of the tale of the stories that brought us here. Speaking of stories, were you able to learn anything from the residents of Reunion, Cecilla? Oh, I heard about this bow. A boy in the Castir tribe, I see. Persuading him to relinquish a weapon of such value seems unlikely, but at the very least, we should seek him out. We would like to find him faster if we split up. Cecil, would you try searching south of Reunion? Kabuto and I will go north. Well, can't be that hard to find him, right? Just follow the arrows. Where you at, boy? There you are. Uh-oh. What's wrong? Uchikin stifles his tears as he points out southeast. Bereft of his bow, you surmise it was stolen. The culprit likely made off in the direction Uchikin is pointing. I will retrieve your bow. Uchikin seems immensely grateful for your aid. You should leave now before the thief gets away. What a dick! Stealing from a child. I'm gonna... Oh, it's these guys. Even better. Alright. You had this coming. We were followed. No, it's not. It's my treasure. Oh, good. I got an unwanted guest fighting me. You'll pay for your meddling. Uh-oh. This thing's level 65. My chocobo stabled. Uh-oh. Hang on. Retreat! I am unprepared for this. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. That was so unprepared. What would you expect? A guy aggroed a level 65 frickin' wind sprite. Oops. God damn it. Well, that fucking sucked. Both my chocobo stabled and everything too. Should probably unstable it. God damn it. Fucking wind sprite. You know what? A bit of revenge. Good! Asswipe. Can I just run away? I'm in a very dangerous land here. You know what? I'm not having any of this at all. None whatsoever. Can you please go away? I've left you alone. Now leave me in peace. Get rid of these guys. Fucking... I'm gonna get rid of you too while I'm at it. Fucking sprite. Alright, let's try this again. You, alright. I came prepared this time, guy. Give me that bow. Tell you what, it's nice to be Dancer again. Dancer is my main job on my main character, so it's nice to finally be back on my proper job. Here's your bow. Nice of you to join me, Kabuto. They both seem quite pleased to have the bow returned. Where did you find it? We were just preparing to set the search area for Uchiken's father. With Uchiken's father. In the hands of the Kojin. The word Kojin? I didn't expect them to come this far in search of treasure. Come now, Kabuto. If we were able to learn of this great treasure, it stands to reason they might come to know of it as well. That said, this bow doesn't appear to be particularly unique, though it does seem easy for a child to wield. So that was the way of it. The bow is for Uchiken's training. Then what was it? It was not the bow, but Uchiken's natural prowess that spurred the rumors. I suspect Uchiken was not all that talented when he began practicing. Oh, he speaks! I thought he was silent like the child. Taking a close look at the bow. The size is perfect for him, and the draw weight seems to be such that he can handle it with ease. Moreover, it appears to be far from... Oh wait, no, that's the doll that's talking. I thought it was the father. It seems to be such that he can... Wait. Moreover, it appears to be far from new, meaning Uchiken has put a great deal of care into maintaining it. I think it was crafted by his father as a gift, and because Uchiken enjoyed the bow so much, he labored tirelessly to master it. It is indeed a treasure, in Uchiken's eyes. Well, there you have it. And who are we to ask him to part with something so precious? No, I believe there's nothing left for us here. What do we get? What's that? What is this? I think he means to grant us leave to barter and reunion. You'll welcome trade with the Blue Kojin? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Trade here in the Azim Steppe will prove more valuable than any single treasure. Again, we have gained a new ally thanks to you. Your resourcefulness never ceases to amaze. Isn't that right? What's going on with you? Error? Tsukumo? Where was I? Ah, yes, your resourcefulness. There's much we have to learn from you, Cecila. Why do you all stare at me so? What's the matter? You suddenly stopped moving as if devoid of life. Nonsense, you must be imagining things. I assure you I'm perfectly fine. Uchiken's father wants us to follow him. No doubt there are still details of our new trade agreement that must be decided upon. Kabuto and I can handle matters here. Once we have finished our business and reunion, we'll meet you back in Tamamizu. Alright. Well, good for you guys. Good for you. I'm liking this better than the Heavensward tribe, that's for sure. Plus they're easy to get to. Talks with the Caster went well. While returning home, rude. While returning home, however, Tsukumo began acting strangely again. For the last time, Kabuto, I'm fine. I was merely tired from the long journey. But enough about me. We should be celebrating our job well done. Trade with Reunion will open up new opportunities with the Blue Kojin, and the Caster have taught us a lesson on the importance of one's actions. I hope it is one you took to heart, Kabuto. I have. It was inspiring to see how they could manage all of Reunion yet never speak. Yeah, I still find myself relying on Cecil more than I should. What happened to the confident Kojin I saw in the Azim Steppe? There is no way for the leader of the Divine Circle to behave. Is that not so, Cecila? Oh, I have faith in you. Give it time, buddy. My apologies, Cecil, but it seems we will have need of your assistance a while longer. Don't worry, I'm in it for the long haul. look at that! Fancy stuff. We got rugs, we got, what was that, cushions? We got cupboards, we got a musical instrument. The Kasera of the Azim's Tepachin have invited the Blue Kojin to barter a reunion and offered a contribution to the treasure vaults. Sweet. Building connections. Nice. So yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely. If I do say so. All right, I will be back when I can go up to the next rank. All right, we're able to proceed to the next rank. Kabuto. What's next on the agenda? Cecila, might I ask you a favor? I recently acquired a suit of armor. It was heavily worn and thus required repairs. I have entrusted a smith in Kugani with its restoration. I'll go along to retrieve it, but I'm worried about the voyage. Twice now the Red Kojin have interfered in our plans. I fear they will strike again. If they do, he needs your help. His condition is yet to improve, but we can discuss that later. Come, let's make for Kugane. Sounds like his batteries might need changing. Alright, where am I going? The hell is this? What is that? Why is that green? What is this? Is it a crafter thing? What is this? What do you want? I have no idea what this is. Probably deliveries. Oh, Tamamizu? Well, I can do that when I'm actually back there. Alright, what am I doing? I think it's like custom deliveries. Well, it can be custom deliveries. Well, it might be. Oh. Alright, Kabuto, what's going on? Good, you're here. It would seem the forge has entrusted Shihomi with my armor. A curious twist of fate, no? Cecila, what a pleasant surprise. It's good to see you again. Do I know you? I don't recognize you at all. A pleasure to see you again as well. Oh my word, it talked! Of course, we may not be probably introduced. I am Tsukumo, a Kami called from the treasure vault in Tamamizu. I have read everything I could about the Kojin and their beliefs since we parted ways. The text spoke of Kami that inhabit treasures in their keep, but I never imagined them to be real. Well, as you can see, they are more than mere stories. But that is not why we're here. We've come to inquire about the armor and should be entrusted to you for repairs. Yes, of course. As a fledgling craftsman, I pour my heart into all my work. This armor was no exception, but I've already delivered to the Hell's Lid as you instructed in your letter. A letter? We sent no letter. This must be the work of the Red Kojin. Oh no, is there anything we can do? No need to fear, we only need to stop them before they... Oh dear, he seems to have stopped. Must retrieve armor. Has Tsukumo always behaved so strangely? Only for the past few moons. Do you think you can fix him? I'd rather he could stay with you than Cecila and I face the Red Kojin. You ungrateful! To face them is to face death. You would only slow us down. Arrogant, thick-shelled. Please calm yourself, Tsukumu. Kabuto only means to keep you from harm. By the time he returns, I promise you'll be as good as new. Common sense, though, we must hurry to Hell's Lit and intercept the delivery before it reaches the Red. Oh boy. Alright. Ruby Price! Sounds like the guys need to change the batteries. Okay. I feel like we're gonna get into a fight here. Uh-oh. Kabuto! Hang in there, buddy. Surprise! Surrender the armor! My armor. Bitch. Now you done. Oh. That was a waste. Thank the gods it came when you did. Those red-shelled bastards nearly made off with this here package. I'm afraid this delivery was a trap of their creation. This armor was mine, you see, and I made no request to have it delivered. I wanted to repair it by the armor in Kogane. But as it is here, and the repairs are complete, I would be more than happy to relieve you of your duty. You're kidding? Well, if it means I don't have to lug this crate back, by all means. I wouldn't have to stay around here that long, though. Those red Kojin could show up again at any moment. For a blessing, we have followed the plans, and the courier was unharmed. Still, I find it strange that Kojin knew of this armor. Incompetent, a lot of them. I suppose I'll have to handle this myself. Uh-oh. Well, if it isn't the cowardly Kojin from Yangsha. Have you come to beg, then? You cannot have this armor here, Maki. It belongs to the blue. Huh. Why would I be concerned with that pile of scrap when you've already given us so much? Defeating you here or taking it would have been simple enough. I never dreamed you would leave it in Kogane for us. Uh-oh. Is Tsukumo in there? Yes, truly a gift of the divine. Tsukumo? But how? If you would have the doll returned, the blue Kojin will serve. Your obedience may even grant you the access to the vault. You would have us debase ourselves for you? Barter with blood and blade as you do? Never. I suppose you mean to take back this back with a fair trade? Ha, your petty words will buy naught but a quick death. We'll be waiting for you on the Isle of Zeki. Come to serve or to die. The choice is yours. Uh-oh. The red often deal in lies and deception. That vase was likely empty. But if what they say is true, Shiomi may have come to harm. Well, would you go back and check on her? I'll deliver this armor home and see to the truth of Hiramaki's threats. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. Pier 1. Here we go. Are you alright, lass? Oh, Cecil, if only you returned sooner. Are you hurt? I'm fine, thank you, but shortly after you left, the Red Kojin came and took Tsukumo. There was nothing I could do. I know how much it meant to Kabuto, and yet I failed him when he needed me most. You needn't worry. All that matters is you are safe. What's more, we recovered the armor. Kabuto! I'm sorry to have caused you so much worry. Were you able to save Tsukumo? Unfortunately, no. Hiramaki's forces overwhelmed me as he made his escape. But we know where they are keeping him. I promise you, we will get him back. If you would stand against him, I will furnish you with any arms and armor you require. It's the least I can do. I would be honored, as would my brothers, if you would have the Blue Kojin as patron henceforth. Yes, of course. I only wish I was able to repair poor Tsukumo. When he is safely returned, I'll promise I'll do all I can to fix him. Thank you, Shiomi. Sessela, meet me in Tamamizu. I will discuss strategy with you. Oh boy. Oh lord. Lordy lord. While I'm here, before I do that, what do you, I think this is deliveries. Hey, it's Kurenai. I think I'll actually voice this one. Or, cause I haven't seen her in ages. Sessela, you came deep in my heart. I knew you would, but I'm no less glad for it. To spare you the confusion, as I, Kurenai, as you will doubtless appreciate, 'twould not do for the Ruby Princess to be seen outside the palace, hence my current guise. Isn't this a little, this is a little risky? Done undeniably so, yet even should I mean flouting our laws, there is something I wish to achieve. As you well know, our people have long lived in isolation. I would change that. I would have us emerge into the outside world. Oh. Okay. How did I convince you of this, you may wonder. 'Twas none other than our journey together, Cecil, that sowed the seeds in my heart. Such things as I beheld and experienced, even as they filled me with awe, they made me keenly aware of our own wants. In the past, Sui no Sato engaged in limited trade with Doma, but that delicate tie was severed with the Empire's violent arrival. Nowadays, a handful of necessities from Tamamizu is our sole link to the world beyond. But with the Imperial menace driven from the Ruby Sea, I thought that what better time to venture out of our little bubble once more. However, 'tis far easier said than done. Princess or no, you can't just go and change things as you please. There are hard-headed types who fight tooth and nail to keep things as they are, and you gotta win them over. With a little help from this adventure here. That's about the short of it, I hate to say it, it's nice to see an Eorzean face at the bottom of the brine. Well met, adventurer. I'm Sanana of the House of Splendors. Oh. Permit me to introduce Sanana. She came to us after her ship foundered in a storm. Our people had a chance to find her clinging to flotsam and brought her to Sui no Sato. I'd be fish fought if they didn't appear when they did. And so, to repay their debt, I'm helping Kurenai with her goal of opening Sui no Sato to the world. Ooh. Sanana's insights have been most enlightening. And seeking to usher in change, she recommends that we distribute among the citizens such articles from the surface as they will find useful in their daily lives. I had thought to make my case only with words, but indeed a practical item in the hand shall prove far more convincing than any argument I could concoct. If our people are made to know the benefits of trade firsthand, they shall be more willing to embrace change. With no rituals or import requiring the Ruby Princess's presence in the near future, I came to Tamamizu some while ago to commence our efforts. Alas, I regret to say we've yet to make any progress. Owing to the shipwreck, I have no suitable wares on hand, and while the Kojin have been helpful, we're struggling to procure the kind of items needed in Sui no Sato. That was when my thoughts turned to you, my friend. As a well-traveled adventurer, I believed that we would benefit from your aid. And to my surprise and delight, not only was Sanana familiar with your name, she told me that you were possessed of skills that would indeed serve our cause. Aye, anyone that's got anything to do with the house knows Sessela. She's one of the best contributors on our roster. Now, while we don't have ready wares, we did manage to salvage some materials to help you along. Naturally, we don't expect it to work for nothing. In the house fashion, there'll be scripts in it for the troubles. So, you will help, right? Look, I realize the house has a reputation, but we're not all ruthless, coin-hungry sorts. Not all the time, anyway. At the end of the day, we're just people like most people that can be driven up by altruism. And make no mistake, Sui no Sato needs help. It might be as the place prides itself on self-sufficiency, but the reality is grimmer than it seems. Every day, folk out there are pushed to the limits of survival, and some of them just don't make it. It's not our intent to turn Suino Salo on its head, transform it into some bustling hub like Kugane, but through trade, lives can be improved. Lives can be saved. Alright, you have our eternal gratitude. The two staying with us, there is hope yet for our people. Oh, good. Well, that's decided. Let's all get to work. Haste is of the essence, isn't that right? Indeed, the season sees many of us struck down by a certain illness. We have not effective treatment, which in each year it inevitably claims lives. And while I'm no healer, judging by the symptoms, lack of nutrition is the problem. In which case, I know who can prevent it. A fortified tonic traditionally brewed in Giribania. Oh. Sasa, we would be great if you could begin by supplying us with a Giribanian remedy. The people are depending on you. Good. Wonderful. Oh, man. Custom deliveries, right? Yup. I may or may not do all the custom deliveries at some point in the future. It's just not now. At some point, I might be the key word. I haven't even touched the custom deliveries at all, like, even on my main, so it's a big might. We'll see. I got other things I gotta do first for that held priority. It would appear that's not who I want to talk to. No! Decline! You! I told Shiomi that what she needed to hear, but I know you understand the hardships before us. My people know little of the ways of war, and our numbers are few. Failure is assured if we face the red head on. We have to at least try. Easier said than done, my friend. Kabuto! I heard from the others. How could you let them take Tsukuma away from you? Uh-oh. Elder! We were just playing a strategy to rescue him. I thought best if Setsa and I sneak in and say nothing to the rest of this divine circle. Look, to those who look to you for guidance. Well, now is not the time for false bravado. If you go to Isle Zeki and face the red, you'll not do so alone. You must speak with the divine circle. No, with all of the red. Sound a call to arms and lead them to battle. Lead the blue to battle? If that's the other's wish, then I fear I have no other choice. Oh boy, that's not good. Aren't these guys not keen on fighting? Oh, fancy looking armor. Look at that. Got books to go along with it. Or are those already there? Look at that! Look at that fancy armor. The forger in Kugane has accepted the Blue Kojin as patrons and has repaired the armor and now sits in the treasure vault. Ooh. Good. Rank up! Nice. Now, anything I can get for you? I can get these for the time being. Alright. Get rid of this on my inventory. And then, that's gonna be it for this. So, once we can go to the next rank, we will be back. Alright, we're ready to proceed to the next rank. So, Kabuto, what's going on? I'm afraid you've arrived early, Cecil. There's still much to do before the preparations are complete. Yet I cannot stop thinking about Tsukumo's capture. Why strike in Kugane rather than here in Tamamizu? There is a little we could have done to stop them had they tried. Unless, what if this was not work with the Red as a whole, but a plot by Hiromaki to satisfy his own greed? Defeating him would be the key to rescuing Tsukumo. The problem, however, is he's always so heavily guarded. Our plans and preparations will all be nothing unless they can be drawn away. I can handle that. As ever, your aid was greatly appreciated. Nevertheless, we cannot deny the numbers. Sheer strength alone will not grant us victory. The other members of the Divine Circle intend to create a distraction to draw them away, but even then we are still outnumbered. How will we persuade my brothers to join us? Even the mere mention of the Isle of Zeki is enough to turn them away. You must convince them with your actions. My actions? Not like the Caster or the Asm Step. If that is what you believe, then I suppose it's worth a try. Would you be willing to accompany me? Not to speak with everyone, of course. Not only until I've gained my nerve. Alright, shouldn't be too difficult. I believe in you, guy. Cecily, your presence is greatly appreciated. Now then. Are you Kabuto? It's rather unlikely to call on anyone for help. I suppose next Makuro will tell us the striped rays are drowning. Tsukumo has been taken by the Red, and I mean to rescue him. So it is true. I'd hoped that it was only a rumor, but what are we to do? We're not fighters, Kabuto. You would be leading your turtles to slaughter. I realize that, which is why I'm not asking you to fight, but I do have a plan that requires your help. You are perhaps the greatest swimmer in the Ruby Sea has ever known, and your knowledge of its currents is unmatched. That is why I would ask you to lead their soldiers on a chase. Distract them that might do better with their leader alone. A chase, you say? It should be simple enough to drag these little sea slugs to the waves. It might even prove fun. Very well. Give me time to prepare and you'll have your diversion. He listened. He listened and agreed to help. No doubt your presence helped to convince him. But I cannot ask you to be present for everyone. Oops. Alright, let's see who he rounds up. I never realized talking could be so tiresome. I take it you have spoken with everyone then. Fear not, your cause is just, and from what Cecil has told me, your plan is sound. We need only wait for the others to assemble. Oh. They're not assembling. They chicken out? Let's see, my words have fallen on deaf ears. Come, Cecil, we must save Tsukumo on our own. You're quick to judge your brothers, Kabuto. Take another look. Sorry to keep you waiting. Thought it would prove that we have proper weapons should we be forced to confront the Red. So I made a short trip to visit the Caster. You traveled all the way to the reunion for weapons? I paid a visit to the forge in Kugane, and the young smith, Shihomi, I believe is her name, insisted she be brought here to prepare for Tsukumo's return. She seemed quite adamant about seeing to his repairs. Shihomi, I need to have forgotten. I don't know how to repay you. When a brother is in need, we help. It's as simple as that. Just so. In fact, you'll find more of our brothers are waiting for you outside. Everyone's prepared to do their part to see Tsukumo return safely. Which is why I scouted ahead, lest we have any unwanted surprises. I overheard the soldiers on the watch speaking of Hiromaki. They say he's been gloating over his latest plunder, keeping on display at the heir of the opulent. It has to be Tsukumo. Now I know where I must go. As I mentioned before, your task will be to circle about the island and draw their attention of as many soldiers as you can. While they're distracted, Seth and I will sneak into the island and through the dive. Today we shall prove the blue are not to be trifled with. To the Isle of Zeki! Alright, it's a turtle battle. Mutant Ninja Turtles! Oh. Okay. There's the big giant megalodon shark. You always gotta wonder how you get supplies down here in these little towns. I mean, Tamamizu was one thing because it's connected to the mainland, but or the surface, I should say, not the mainland. But that one's completely cut off from the surface. So you gotta wonder how they get supplies, especially for the Ruby Palace too. I mean, that's way down in the Mariana Trench. Oh, really? I have to still go in the water? There's a thing and a thing among a thing. You're here. Good. Everyone's in position. When we reach the air opulent, I'll see to Hiramaki while you retrieve Tsukumo. Are you ready? Oh, this is an actual instance. All right. The path is clear. Come this way. What is he doing here? I brought treasures from the vault to aid you. Align yourself with the kami. Okay. I've never felt such power. With this, we should all we need to stop any in our way. Makura waits for you within bearing one more of our treasures. Go and may the kami protect you. Onwards, the air of the opulence. By the kami, they should be out in the water, not here fighting. We had to help them. Kabuto, Cecil, thank goodness you're here. That took them all. God, they're small compared to the red Kojin. I mean, look at this. I didn't realize how the size differences between the green and the blue and the red. I mean, look at them. It's like a child fighting their parent. I mean, look. It's crazy. That seems to be the last of them. We'll keep the way clear. Hurry and save Tsukumo. Before you go, come and partake of this treasure's blessing. Thank you. I fear we'll need it for what lies ahead. Alright, cool. More damage up? Oh, it's a regen. I'll take it. Go quickly now. We will keep them at bay for as long as we can. Thank you, Makura. Come, Cecil, we mustn't waste this opportunity. Okay. Annihilating more of the Red's population. Curses! I wasn't expecting such numbers. They would stand against us, and then we have no choice. Lead on, Cecil. Draw them together, and I'll deliver the finishing blow. Look at that. Reinforcements? Strike them, then I might strike again. Alright. There's no end to them. I fear I only strike for enough one last attack. It's okay. Well done. Now let's get moving. Shouldn't be far much further. Intruders, stop them! I can't move! Cecil, help! I'm afraid I'm dispensing these red-shelled fiends. Alright. The air opulence just ahead. Once inside, you must let your guard down. Or down your guard. Wait, Kabuto! The Imperial will not treasure to aid you in your fight against Hiramaki. It's about around this corner. So we got regen, we got damage. Was this defense? Yes, it is. With this last blessing, we should have all the strength we need. Now let's put an end to Hiramaki and his schemes. There he is. There! It's Hiramaki and he has Tsukumo! The soldiers are all taken to the water. Now's your chance. Thank you, all of you. I promise this opportunity will not be wasted. Fall back and join the others. Cecil will handle the rest. Understood. Good luck and may the Kami help keep you safe. We have faith in you, Kabuto. So you come after all. Shogi, why don't you entertain our guests? With pleasure. Come, Cecil, he stands no chance against the both of us. How dare you raise your blade against the General Hiramaki? Yours will be a slow and painful death. If you're to save Tsukumo, he has to be stopped. Alright. What do you got, Shogi? I'm hiding under that shell of yours. See how I handle this. Who can now destroy those spheres before they burst? Man. I just gotta destroy 2. You will suffer your intrusion no longer. What are you gonna do? Nothing. To me, system and feathers attack together. It'll take more than some feeble spring shower to defeat us, Shogi. All right. I've had enough of this wet nurse of yours. Be gone with you. His strength is winning, so keep it up. I'm gonna say to you. Fools, you cannot defeat the red. Says someone who's losing. Oh, we got new ones. The water sprouts are protecting him. Get out of here. Enough games. This will end this time. I will end you. 77th wave, huh? I'm not afraid of your Leviathan bullshit. Why? Why won't you die? So, it seems the tide has turned in our favor. Get out of here, Shogi. Forgive me, General. I've had enough of your meddling. I'll rip your heads off from your shoulders and mount them on the walls of the vault. Hurry, Cecil. See to Tsukumo. Prepare yourself. Is that the best you can do? This is your last chance. Join me or die along with the rest of the blue. Get up. He talks. The others counting on you. My work is done. Follow your heart. I will always. Ew. What's going on here? Tsukumo! Oh! Sliced! General Hiramaki has fallen! Retreat! Retreat! Oh, he's down for the count. I would be too. He had a hard struggle. Quickly, we must take him back to Tamamizu. I mean, he had a hard battle. I mean, you can't blame the guy for downright collapsing. I apologize if I worried you. I'm fine, but there's still no change in Tsukumo. I mean, I think he's gone, guy. I'm sorry to say this. He's remained lifeless since he last spoke on the Isle of Zeki. Shiomi, can you repair him? I'm sorry, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with him physically. I could grant him movement, but only as such an ordinary Karakuri puppet might have. Tsukumo is an ordinary puppet, he is the divine. Sensei, you've dealt with matters of magic before, yes? Do you know anything that might restore Tsukumo? I'm sorry to say this. But why? Have you forgotten Tsukumo's parting message? His party message? You say that as if it was his intention was to leave. So, what's this? Did it fall from Tsukumo's altar? How could I have overlooked such a thing while examining him? It bears a striking resemblance to materia. Of course, materia is essentially spiritual energy in crystallized form. It was likely used to make Tsukumo's core. Are you saying it was this materia that gave him life? Precisely, and I have an idea as to how we may still put it to use. Will you sit down for a moment? What's he gonna do? Or what's she gonna do? He should put in his helmet. A perfect fit. Oh, look at that. That suits your helmet quite nicely. I thank you, Shiomi. I'll treasure it always. Tsukumo, you lent your voice when I could not find my own, your courage when I had only cowardice. Thanks to you, I now understand the strength that comes from the bonds I share with others. Before I might have thrown this material away, but now... Now I would honor Tsukumo's memory by protecting the vault and the allies that have helped us fill it. Okay. Alright. He's moving up in the world. What do we got here? Do we make up with similar artifacts? Thanks to your concerted efforts with Kabuto, Tsukumo now rests peacefully in the treasure vault. Cool. Nice! And like with the Namazu, that was the last actual quest. The last one is a wrap-up quest, similar to the Storm or the Heaven's War Beast tribes. So once we are ready to go to the last rank, I will be back. Okay, we are ready to finish off the Kojin Beast tribes now. So Kabuto, what is going on? Sessa, I was hoping you would revisit. Things have not been quite the same since you lost Tsukumo, but I've taken his words to heart. My ever-waking moment has been devoted to seeking treasures for our vault. We made great progress, but the others insist I take a break, if only for a short while. Rather than sit idle here in Tamamizu, I thought my time would be better spent visiting the good people of Othard, who made contribution to the treasure vault. It would be a wonderful trip made all the better by your company. If you'll join me and come to Yangsha, I plan to start by paying a visit to Gyokai. God, the Namazu. Fine, if I must. If I must. God damn. Ooh, excuse me. Shit. Sneezing all day. Allergies. I tried muting my mic, but I was too slow. Alright. Yeah, you'll see the fruits of our labors. Everything is done. I'll talk more about it when I actually get to the crafters. So, 4 months it took everything to get everything to level 80. So I'm actually surprised I was actually able to do it. I didn't think I was gonna. I don't think I was gonna be able to. And the crafters, I'll talk about those when I actually get to them. Man, what a surprise. I trust all is well been since our last visit. Yes. Quite well, thank you. I trade with you and the other Namazu has been a boon. I came today to offer my thanks on behalf of the Blue Kojin. No, it is I who should be thanking you. Once more, I can enjoy sunny days and blue skies, clear of birds and their unsavory gifts. Yes, life has never been better. So the curse is lifted as Tsukumo was predicted. A pity you could not come with us to hear the good news. Tsukumo? Who's that? It sounds more like a flavorful dish than a person. Come now, Gyokai. Surely Gyokai. I can't even pronounce this guy's name. Surely you don't remember the talking doll that accompanied me when we first met? What a silly Kojin you are. As if I would forget something so remarkable as that. There was no such thing present when I met you two. No. What in Kami's name was going on? Perhaps the stress of that day affected his memory. I mean, that guy did have a very stressful day. I suppose it's possible. It's not uncommon for one's memory to become hazy when thinking back on traumatic experiences. When a foe is truly formidable, even though I cannot clearly recall what happened when we exchanged blows. At any rate, it would be unkind to make him relive his meeting with the Red. We won't keep you any longer, Gyokai. Take care, may the blessings of the Kami be upon you. Farewell, my friends. Next time I will go visit you in Tamamizu. Yes. Let's say we visit Reunion next. Oh, alright. Alright. It's good to see you both. Talk of your prowess is still hot on the lips of every merchant of the end reunion. Your father must be proud. As silent as ever. Please, there's no need to thank us. It is I who should be thanking you. If not for your generosity, we never would have had the means to rescue our dear Tsukumo from the Red Kojin. That was about to thank us, yes? Or about to thank us, yes? Well, that Tsukumo were here. He was quite adept at interpreting your expressions. Does that mean you don't remember Tsukumo? A talking doll no higher than my knee, and not in the likeness of a Kojin? Ugh. First Gyoke, now these two. I don't know what's going on here, but it can't be good. Perhaps we should go visit Shiomi. Surely she of all people would remember Tsukumo. Thank you for your time, but we must be leaving. Blessings of the kami be upon you. I mean, she was very protective of it. So, well, maybe not protective is the right word to use, but she was determined to get him back. Good morning, Tesla, Kabuto. To what the pleasure of this visit? I realize this is sudden, but do you recognize the jewel in my helmet? Of course, I was the one who said it for you. Oh, thank the kami. And you also remember Tsukumo, the doll from whence it came? You mean the Karakuri puppet I gave you as a gift for rescuing me? The very same. Yes, I remember it. It was so worn and old and worn. I was honestly quite surprised you were so taken with it. The way you clutched it in your arms and named it Tsukumo. I thought it was quite touching. Though I must say, it was quite peculiar to see the material produced from a doll. It usually comes from arms or armor after a great deal of use. But you claim that this is what brought Tsukumo to life. What? I said no such thing. I know not whose spirit gave form to that material, but I fear affixing it to your helmet has clouded your memory. No, Tsukumo was alive, I tell you. He was always there to say what I could not, and he helped me to establish relations with a great many people. I'm sorry, Kabuto, I do not question this puppet meant a great deal to you, but if it truly was able to walk and talk, I was not witness to it. Have I gone mad, Tesla? How can no one remember, after everything we've accomplished? Do you suppose my brothers have forgotten him as well? No one has spoken of Tsukumo since the battle on the Isle of Zeki, but I'm beginning to suspect it's not to save me grief. Sorry to have troubled you. I only meant to come and give thanks for the puppet and your wonderful work on my helmet. Take care, Shiomi. I pray the comic guide you to the answers you seek. Let's return to Tamamizu. I would have a word with the elder. Everyone's starting to forget! This reminds me of a certain anime. Where all but the main character remember a certain someone. What brings you two here? By all the rides, you should be resting, Kabuto. A question has been weighing on my mind for some time now, and, well... There you are! I was summoned to the Divine Circle as you asked. What do you wish to discuss? Thank you all for coming. No one has spoken to him since he was lost to us, but I wish to speak with you all about Tsukumo. Tsukumo? Oh, do you mean the puppet you enshrined in the treasure vault? So you do remember. I was beginning to fear everyone who had forgotten the fount of our fellowship. What are you saying, Kabuto? It was you who formed the Divine Circle. No, Tsukumo. Why can none of you remember? I didn't think the seeing as you accompanied me in my travels were about Othar, but now I fear I must. Tell me true, Tesla. Do you remember Tsukumo? Of course I remember. How could I forget? Oh, what a relief! I thought I was losing my mind. Curious that the only two you recall Tsukumo is more than a mere doll. Perhaps this is not without reason. I believe the kami was meant to guide you on a journey of enlightenment, a journey only you were meant to remember. Yet it seems our friend Cecil here possesses a rare gift, one that allows you to recall that which others cannot. You needn't mince words, Elder. You think this is all a figment of my imagination, don't you? Not at all. In fact, I had a similar experience many years ago. At the time, I assumed no one would believe me, so I have kept it to myself all this time. There was a myriad kami in this world, each with their own will, their own purpose. In the end, it would seem this kami was meant for not for the divine circle, but for you. I'll be lying if I said I wasn't jealous. Oh, what I wouldn't give for such a divine guidance. This is another time for envy, Makuro, but praise. The kami saw fit to make Kabuto a fine leader, and the blue have gained new allies because of it. Truth be told, I can scarcely believe how far I've come. Looking back, I can see how foolish I was to think protecting my brothers meant to having to push them away. Tsukumo taught me the bonds we share are worth more than any treasure. Heed well the lessons you have learned here, Kabuto. I sense the path before you leads to great many things. Wherever the path may lead, we will walk it together. That's what Tsukumo would have wanted. Our quest for treasure begins anew. For the blue! You guys will make great treasure hunters. Alright. Bloodsworn! Alright. And just like with the Ananta, we can buy a mount. Also this too, I forgot. Didn't I already have that? Apparently not, because it would let me borrow it. Or buy it, not borrow it. Mounts! Alright. And that is the end of the Kojin Beast Tribes. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Later.